Hello, I'm Gay Wise from Wise Financial Services, here with some tax information for you. A voluntary disclosure could keep you out of jail or at least save you money in penalties. If you have not been totally forthcoming with Canada Revenue Agency, you should take advantage of their voluntary disclosure program and set the record straight. The CRA is making it very clear it will not tolerate taxpayers shirking their responsibilities. Most Canadians are compliant with their taxes. It is unfair to the majority to not pursue tax evaders. Tax evasion is a criminal offense and can result in not only jail sentences, but in addition to taxes owed, there can be penalties of 50 to 200% of the taxes evaded. It gets worse if you are convicted on an indictment. However, the criminal investigations program really only applies to the most egregious cases, but it does include significant and/or material cases involving income tax or GST tax evasion, including the underground economy. Without launching a criminal investigation, they still do have the right to levy penalties and interest. So, if you inadvertently or purposely neglected to claim taxable income, or claimed an expense that was not admissible, you can take advantage of the voluntary disclosure program and stop worrying about what happens if CRA catches up with you. A voluntary disclosure must meet 4 conditions. It must be voluntary, it must be complete, it must involve the application or potential application of a penalty, and it should include information that is more than 1 year overdue. To process one, you complete and submit Form RC 199, Taxpayer Agreement Voluntary Disclosures Program. If the CRA accepts the disclosure as valid, you may only have to pay the taxes plus interest. I have had a client in the past who had not declared his British pension. I think perhaps initially he didn't know that it was taxable and you don't get a tax slip for it, and so it was never reported. But over the years, he started to worry about it, and he finally, an older gentleman, decided that he did not want to potentially leave the problem to his wife. And so he came in and we did do a voluntary disclosure, and he did pay a little bit of tax and he paid a bit of interest. We went back 10 years, but at least he was able to sleep and he knew that nobody was coming after him and that when he died, he wasn't going to leave his problem to his wife. So I think it had a pretty good conclusion.